Good morning. Welcome again, everybody, to Tiny Bookshop. We are going to jump right in. Ooh, library sale, lifestyle travelogues, how-to books, 50 fact books for 45 bucks. Yeah, I'll take that. And 5 for this little collection of everything. Nice. The mystery boxes usually have the worst exchange rates because of their cost, but getting them off of the roster is at least helpful. There is the performance of Julius Caesar today. Tomorrow, St. Bookston Mystery Tour. Ooh. And then Sealand's Livery Fan Meetup on Sunday. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. Oh, and exam day starts on Monday. So maybe we're going to go to the school on Monday, I think. But for today, you know what? Let's go to the performance at the Lighthouse. We'll go there. We haven't been to the Lighthouse in a while. And since we got the Mega Marsh stamp, yeah, we completed Mega Marsh. So now the only thing left to complete is the beach, but we can't do that until summer, which means I have to just blitz through a whole bunch of season. Let's see here. So the Lighthouse, they like drama, fantasy, and fact, especially drama. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do a full shelf of drama. And then maybe 30 fantasy. And 20 facts. And then we'll have room for 10 of everything else, I think. That'll be nice. Travel, kids, classic. Classic also gets that drama crossover, and then some crime novels. There we go. This should be a good bit for the Lighthouse, especially on a day when they actually have a performance going on. All the drama should really push for the sales, even with the snow going. Oh, Walter! Hey, buddy. Take a quick peek out here. Oh, yeah, look at that. Looking good. All right. Oh, we do have a couple of people. Oh, yeah, a whole bunch of people here. We got 3 main characters floating around in my bookstore. Hey, guys. How you doing? Oh, there's something missing from my table. What happened to my table decorations? Got a sec? Oh, yeah. I got all the seconds for you, Anne. I'm a big fantasy fanatic. I easily get nightmares, so no horror stories. Okay, fantasy, but no horror. You know, let's look at kids' books for that. You know what? Alice Adventures in Wonderland. Let's go for that. Since kids' books does have the fantasy crossover, I'm going to go ahead and make that recommendation. Picking out some drama. Okay, so like folklore, please. I'm all about myths and legends, and I occasionally enjoy escaping with a good young adult novel. I'm a fan of books like A Court of Mist and... I don't think A Court of Mist and Fury counts as young adult. Like, when I think young adult, I would think something that somebody around the age of 15 would be able to read, and it be considered appropriate. But if you want A Court of Mist and Fury, let's see. What do we got here? War of the Worlds, Hunger Games, Neverending Story, Handmaids, Last Battle, Psalm for the Wild Built. No, and you want Myths and Legends, too. Myths and Legends. Starstruck? No. Parable of the Sower? No, that's not oh, Dragons? Dragons? Maybe Dragon Song. Wait, Fire and Blood. Ooh, George R. R. Martin? That might be less in the way that you're looking for. Myths and folklore. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go dragons. Dragon Song. Oh, really? You want some mythic with dragons? Frickin' plebeian. Oh dear, you really should ban me from your shop. I shouldn't buy any more books. My shelves at home are already aching under the weight. And I'm too ashamed to even tell you how many other surfaces besides the shelves are filled with books. Okay, game, I'm feeling a little judged right now.
It's a mess, but what can I say? There's always something interesting out there that I haven't read yet, or that has a new edition. All right, why don't we keep it one book to one book today? Do you have anything you can recommend?
All right, Tildy, you're saying you're only going to get one book, but I seriously doubt that. You want something with a detective. Can't get enough of the mysterious affair at Styles. Well, let's see. Time to Kill. Something with a detective. Okay, not so much a detective, but it is a crime novel. Alias Grace. Is she really a killer? Thornhill. The Big Sleep. Uncovers a criminal plot and seduces damsels left and right. Now, you probably read that one. Girl Who Played with Fire. Cask of Amontillado? No. What about... Okay, what do we have in the classics? Moby Dick, Great Gatsby, Summer Night's Dream, Rebecca.
Rebecca!
Narrativized version of historical murder case. Young woman's crimes come into question when she's released from prison. All right, I think... I think we're gonna go Big Sleep. It's the only one here that really has a detect. Like, there are other mysteries and crime novels, but we're gonna go with with that one. The one that actually has a detective, even if it's one that she's probably already read. And wow, she actually stuck to her word and only got one book. You know what, Tildy? I'm proud of you. All right, let's see what we got here. Horror book right now. Enjoy a good classic. Can't get enough of Telltale Heart. Oh, you know what? I did see another Edgar Allan Poe in here. Where you at? Cask of Amontillado. If you like Telltale Heart, I'm just going to recommend you another Edgar Allan Poe. I want a book that was written by a woman. Usually enjoy a classic literature. Been looking everywhere. Okay, so classic written by a woman. We're out of the regular classics. Let's see. Roald Dahl, C.S. Lewis, Walter, J.M. Tove, Anne of Green Gables, Momo. Trying to see if there's maybe something. Zadie Smith, The Autograph Man? It's 2002, and not exactly classic. The Tempest. Looking for classic. Oh, Jane Austen. Here we go. Yeah, I'm basically looking for the author and time period more than anything else. So Jane Austen, hands down. That's a default suggestion for a classic written by women. The drama, the style, the emotions has to be a play. Not afraid of some tragedy, but I don't love dry books. Okay, a play. You know what? Here we go. Play with tragedy. Romeo and Juliet. There we go. Just had to find something to fit that description. Ooh, let's go ahead and set up another coffee. I prefer short and sweet books. Don't shy away from handing me a sophisticated work, and I enjoy a good classic. Please assist me with my search. Okay. Short book. Sophisticated classic. So probably something Shakespeare, because plays are usually pretty short. Here we go. Richard II? There we go. Perfect. We got it. Oh, wow. Recommendations just flying in. I'm treating myself today. I really need a philosophical book right now. Tend to enjoy the classics, but I don't mind if it's a bit complicated. Okay. Classics. Philosophical. Oh, what about poetry, maybe? Emily Dickinson? There we go. I don't know how philosophical they are. I'm not exactly, like, entirely well-read on Emily Dickinson. But famous poetry, at the very least. We fit the classic motif. How much philosophy is in Dickinson's writing. All right, looking for something... Oh, crap. And I just sold the book of poetry. Something poetic. I find outdated books. The Odyssey is one of my favorites. Okay. Oh, wait. Well, we actually have another poetry book right here. So maybe not the Odyssey, but it is poetry. Ooh, horror shocker. All right, I got A Time to Kill. Racial injustice. That's more. That's not so much horror. Ooh, sentient patient. Here we go. Murder. No, okay. Maybe I should have gone into the fantasy category and looked around a bit. Look for a new piece for my collection, and don't mind a dull book. I like escaping into fantasy worlds. Ooh. Okay, fantasy really is not going. Okay, it's new piece for the collection and escaping into a fantasy world. Okay, I'm gonna recommend you Dragon Song. What? Not dry enough. Oh, really? You wanted boring fantasy? I figured that those would have been like, some oppositional recommendations, so I figured that I'd just lean into the fantasy side of things. Okay, fantasy really did not take off here. I would have thought fantasy would do better, but no, we sold out of classics and almost sold out of dramas, at least. Fact and fantasy both didn't do well. There we go. You know the lines to Julius Caesar almost by heart now. Would you like to watch the performance again? No, I'm going to call it a day. We did see it the first time we got through here. Plus, I've sold the book like 100 times by this point.